So with Spot Hogg sights, you have a couple different ways you can sight them in. And then there's also some advanced things you can do as well. Like for example, most people would do 20 through 60 on a 5-pin sight. If you did not want to utilize where the wire meets the bubble, the most common way I would recommend is to sight in your middle pin first. So use your whole gang adjustment and move the whole head up, down, side to side until your 40-yard pin was dead nuts on, and then do the individual adjustment for your 20 and 30 and the individual adjustment for your 50 and 60. And that way you'll have a nice even spread of your pins across the entire pin guard. But there's also some other methods you can do. Like for instance, if you wanted to use where the wire meets the bubble as an additional mark, so you could turn a 5-pin sight into a 6-pin sight, then you would want to move the whole pin guard up, down, side to side to where the wire meets the bubble would be your whatever distance you chose. So in this case, if I'm doing 20 through 60, let's say I want to make sure that wire meets the bubble is 70, I'd use the gang adjustment to move the whole pin guard up, down, and side to side to where the wire meets the bubble is 70, and then I do the individual pin adjustments for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. But there's even one more cool thing you can do. Conceptually, if you think about it, if I can gap shoot 55 yards, no problem, then why do I need a 20-yard pin? Why not just use my 30-yard pin and just hold it low for any short shots? So what I like to do with my setup is, because I'm not a big fan of having the big mover as much, I like having just an old classic fixed pin sight, 5-pin sight, and I only shoot out to 80 yards. So what I've done is I sight in where the wire meets the bubble is 80 yards, and then I don't use a 20-yard pin, and instead I go 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then where the wire meets the bubble is 80, and that allows me the 5-pin sight to reach clear out to 80 yards without having to have any movement concepts put in place.